Peace. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Hello, Deba, Brafia, Teresa McGuire, Andrea Myers, Kari, Cecilia Brown, Mike Doris, Crazy Cat Lady Joe, Kari again, Anya again, Minnie Jeffrey, Ollie in the Hoos, Brenda Stanley, F. Delmar, Lunar, Positive Foodie. I see Brenda there again. Hi, Tara Tame. Hello, Tara. Hello to you too. Marlene Perez, Victoria Bolton, Lidovina, Logan Keel. Bravia says, so happy to be on time. Can you believe it? We are like super on time. Well, technically a day later, but we'll go. Hi, Nectarine Man. Hi, Ollie. Hi, Kari. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
How's it going, everybody? Hi, Music Girl. Tip your host. Thank you. Bubble. So how's it going, everybody? How's everybody's week been? How's everybody's week been? Yeah? Have you accessorized for the live stream? Have you placed the live stream in your schedule? Welcome to the Apothecary. Hey, Bravi says, oh my God, I meant me. You know, I'm always late, babes. I'm also always late. But you know what? Hey, everything that's good is worth waiting for. Oh, man. Oh, Marlena, get better soon, sweetie. Get better soon. Hydrate. Speaking of hydrate, let a hoe hydrate. I have tea and coffee. Here I have some black iced tea. I know it's in a mug, but the glasses that I have are kind of green glass, and I tested them out, and, well, they're transparent here. So, yeah. I was just waiting for Andy to say this. Andy's like, impossible to schedule your streams. Look, at this point, it's a miracle we're on because it's 2025. You know what I mean? What could possibly go wrong? Babes, it's a miracle. Every day is a miracle. It's a gift. A gift. A gift that keeps on giving. IYKYK. Nectarine Man says, I have you in the headphones because I'm very little and I am very skinny, because I'm with my mask work friends eating barbecue chicken and watching sports, LOL. Oh my God, Nectarine Man, I feel your pain. Are they hot? Are they sexy? Is it worth giving it a look? Is it worth checking them out? By the way, we're going to have ourselves an after show today. Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons, we're going to have ourselves a second stream after the main stream. We got stuff to talk about. So, Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons, what happens in the after show stays in the after show. Thank you very much. It's like, just to be very clear, okay? I don't want to see any leakage of intel. People are paying for the after show. So, please, if you're in the after show, keep it in the after show. Andrea says, I need to schedule my whole day. It's a miracle I'm here. Andy, blessed be. Blessed be. Blessed be. Yeah, Ollie, wine run for the after show. Jackie, I promise to keep my mouth shut. Good girl. That's my Jax. That's my Jax. Bravia, yes. No, it's all shade aside, you guys. It's just, I just want to be fair to all the people who are paying members or patrons. We keep it, you know what I mean? We want people to have something special, a special experience, obviously. So it's always nice. Plus, it's good to know that we're safe there, that we can talk about stuff, you know, amongst each other. You know, thank you, Andy, because the poodles, we know how the poodles are. Before you know it, the poodles will be running around the neighborhood telling all the other dogs and the cats where it's at. And you know how the you know how those poodles be. And so yeah. Let my coins work, babe. Kari. Kari's like, the coins. Let the coins work. Positive Foodie says, I love the after shows. So much fun and no filter. That's the whole point of the after show, right? Because you know how YouTube is. You can't say stuff in the main show because things, you know. So it's much easier to talk in the after show. Yeah, Mike, I know. Oi with the poodles. Crazy Cat Lady Joe says, I love poodles. They're so smart. Do you guys remember that Disney cartoon from the 80s, Oliver and Company? Well, they called it Oliver and Co. So it's about a little cat, and he's an orphan cat and looking for a better life. In New York City, there's a poodle in that movie. And the poodle is voiced over by none other than Bette Midler. Now, that's the favorite poodle I have ever seen. You should go check out that movie. And by the way, everything I say in this live stream is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's a legend, just my opinion. Oliver and Co., Ollie, that's a great cartoon. And what's the name of Bette Midler's character? She's the poodle, the rich uptown poodle. Lizette? Yvette? It could be Yvette. Somebody Google. I think it's maybe Yvette. And of course, Bette Midler also sings in the cartoon. So it's a lot of fun. She's so flamboyant. So, Georgette. Thank you, Rafia. Georgette. That is Bette Midler's role in Oliver and Co. Hi, Letty. Hi, Marie Antoinette. How's it going, everybody? And she sings a couple of songs. It's one of the early cartoons where they used 3D generated imaging for their cartoons. That was like very breakthrough back in the 80s, cost a lot of money to do. There's just a few scenes in Oliver and Co. that are like 3D generated and they look very amazing for back in the day. I really like Oliver and Co. And I gotta say, I don't like a lot of their cartoons, but that one I really do like. And I do think that it's one of those forgotten gems that almost nobody talks about when they talk about Disney cartoons, but Oliver and Co., I don't know why. I don't know. I have a sweet spot in my head for Oliver and Co. Good evening from Baku, Azerbaijan. Hey, hi Tara, how's it going, sweetie? Welcome to the chats. Oh my God, it's so funny. So remember last week I told you the word of the week is Gobekli Tepe. Now, obviously, you know how I like to play with words, and we had a whole segment last week talking about how to pronounce words. And I know that it's Tepe, but I pronounce it Tepi because a lot of people pronounce it as Tepi, and it's fun. And of course, I got comments underneath the video like, hey, Dacob, it's pronounced Tepe. I'm like, we know. We know it's pronounced Gobekli Tepe, but you know, Tepe is kind of fun. We got hundreds of people watching, only 56 likes. Y'all, thumb up the live stream while you're at it. It was a tough party summer. Well, at least you had a party. It have been a while, says Marie. Well, I'm glad you're with us now. Hi, Lois. How's it going? Welcome. Hi, Cecilia Brown says, last live was hilarious. I laughed like days after. Yeah, my mom also. Hi, Mom, by the way. My mom is watching you guys. She was also like, after the show, she's like, oh my God, I couldn't stop laughing. I couldn't stop laughing either. It was so silly. It was so silly. And actually, while I was preparing for today's show, because we have a lot of topics to cover today, I was reading through the topics and it was so funny because I started kind of mispronouncing the words on purpose. And I just kept giggling the whole time. I'm like, should I read this article like mispronouncing every word? That could be really funny, but it would drive people nuts. You know, the whole trend of rage baiting and like saying weird stuff in videos and then people like comment under the video calling you stupid, but you do it on purpose because it blows up engagement. Kind of sad where the world has come to, that we're at a point now where like you need to, you know, create rage content just to get views because heaven forbid you were to do something normal. Nobody wants to watch that. They're only gonna hate watch you if you give them a really good reason to also comment under the. Yeah, like for example, there's this one lady I've seen on Instagram. Was she on TikTok? She does. Like she cooks stuff, but then she on purpose adds some ingredient that doesn't fit at all into the recipe, or she does something really slow to annoy you, and she does that on purpose because that's what people comment on, and they get so irritated by it. And then she noticed that it's bringing her views, so she kept doing it more and more, and that's how she grew her channel. Like I'm like, you grew your entire presence on social media through stressing people out. But then they're guilty also of watching. Like, you can just scroll away. No, they're hooked. They're hooked. They love to like be annoyed, to watch and be annoyed by how slow she is. Crazy Cat Lady Joe says, hi, Dacob's mom. Positive Foodie says hello to Dacob's mom. Letty says hello, Dacob's mom. Bravia says, Mom Dacob. Hi, Mama D says Kari. Hi to your mom says Tara. Thank you guys so much. Mimi says hello, Dacob. Oh, man, thank you. My day is genuinely not complete without you. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, Bravia, total masochists. I mean, what can you do? I didn't think about what would be today's word of the day. So we had Gobekli Tepe, or Gobekli Tepe. Hi, Blanca. How's it going? Oh, hi, Jacob's mom. Hey, sweetie. What would be today's word of the day?
Chanel!
Chanel. Oh, my God. Well, Gobekli Tepe is technically 2 words, right? So, okay. I don't know. I wanted to incorporate somehow fighting FOMO to help you guys out, because some of you have been writing me. I'm not going to mention any names, but you've been writing me that you're getting the FOMO for the Louis Vuitton makeup. And I said, no judgment. I'm not going to mention any names, but it's been a few people writing me, you really want it. And I've been trying to help you out to fight the FOMO. But I don't know if it's working, but here I'm gonna do an intervention with the whole group now. People, just let all the floozies and Oompa Loompas post their content about their products they got from LV makeup-wise. Let them do that. Let it go. Give it a week or two. It's gonna calm down. Your FOMO will heal. Trust me. You will not feel the urge to spend $320 plus tax on a lipstick and a lip balm. The FOMO will pass. I promise you it will pass. It's just a classic FOMO that we get when something new launches by these brands. You let the Oompa Loompas post their content and you let it go through you and it will pass. You will not feel the urge to have it. Now, having said all that, for the influencers that got it for free, like Jeffree Star, more power to you. You know what I mean? Like, if Louis, they sent him a beautiful box, by the way. They sent him like a huge round box with the Louis logo, with the flower on it. You open it. He got like, I don't know, 3 or 4 lippies and the whole set, right? He didn't get 55 lipsticks because they did 55 shades, but he got like a few of them, and that's a solid PR package. And if you get it for free, enjoy. Seriously, I have nothing against that. But be careful of the people that get it for free. They might exaggerate how amazing the stuff is because they're excited. They got it for free. So they're like also really happy to be on a PR list from Louis, and you know how it goes. So just be very careful. Don't believe everything you hear online from people, especially if stuff is gifted for free. I have nothing against being excited about receiving such an expensive promotional item. That's amazing. And it, could be a lot of fun to use. It's probably a lot of fun to photograph as well. But that's something you got for free. Or they paid you. Best case scenario, they paid you to promote it, But if you actually are purchasing these products because you saw them promoted by people who got them for free, that's where I say, wait, hold your horses for a second. Let's see how this develops. Give it a couple of weeks before you jump and purchase. A lot of these brands do brand marketing strategies. Like, for example, they're going to ship out the first quantity in very small quantities to fake the fact that, it's produced in low quantities. But 2 weeks into the collection, all of a sudden the stuff will be restocked. It's going to be readily available. So they just try to get you in the beginning, making it appear as though there's scarcity or scarcity. It's like all not available. So obviously, FOMO, it's a very clever strategy to fuel FOMO. But if you wait a couple of weeks, it'll be readily available. They did not produce all of this makeup with all of the money invested into making it just for the sake of having it available for 2 days. It's something that they plan to expand upon, so it's definitely something that they want to have readily available. Jackie says, I went to buy a Tom Ford Lippy because of the FOMO. Well, but at least with a Tom Ford Lippy, you're not spending $160 plus tax on one Lippy. Yeah. Madison says, glad to be back. I missed a couple other lives because of college this week. Madison, welcome back, sweetie. Welcome back. And Akolu says, I just saw someone talk about the fake scarcity tactic, and that's why they didn't purchase Coach's Kiss Lock purse, since they did that and it was a turnoff. But I do believe that the Kiss Lock purse also just was maybe like the first run sold out quickly, but I think it was readily available after that. Methinks. But then again, I didn't look into it really, so I don't know if it's available at the moment. Want to bet we're going to find it at the Coach outlet 2 years from now or 1 year from now? Letty says, words of the day could be conspicuous consumption. Oh, Andy says, I waited to get my LA Murakami cap at half price. Oh, yeah, there you go. Good for you. That's not bad. They restocked that as well, but also, we're waiting. Like, they're like saying, like, if you purchase it now, you're going to get it in 3 or 4 months, I think. Brenda says, ingredients are not groundbreaking. No, they're not. They're not groundbreaking. And hi, Kelly. How's it going? So there you go. Look, again, I repeat, you got money to burn and you like the object, you like the container, you think it's a beautiful design, you want it in your collection. By all means, I'm not judging you. Go buy it. But, let's not fool ourselves and kid ourselves that you're going to be buying incredible quality lipstick or lip balm. You know what I mean? Girl, give me a break. You want something great for your lips? Vaseline, baby. Good old school Vaseline is the best thing ever. Unless you're not allergic, obviously. And I'm not sponsored, by the way. Always have it around. For the lips. Andy says, my collection has no more room. Yeah, that's another issue, Andy. Like, we've been around the block a couple of times. Hi, Jean Moreau de Seychelles. How's it going, sweetie? And we have purchased, we have collected, and you get to a certain point where you're like, I have enough. I have enough. And you're like, I always say, the rediscovery of the things you already own. It's a wonderful thing. It can be really, really cool. I love rediscovering stuff that I have in my collection because it's just like Christmas all over again, And the only thing is, with makeup, I stopped buying makeup last year. I'm using what I have, and then when I finish something, I buy something new. Why? Because it expires. And that, in particular with makeup, it's like, it has a limited shelf life. I know with certain makeups, powder makeups and stuff, like, I used it way beyond its expiry date. Most of us have. I think very few people open it, use it only for 6 or 12 months and then throw it away. I think most people just keep it around. As long as it smells okay and it doesn't look moldy, you keep using it, right? But it's like, what are you going to do? For me, it's like a waste of money because the actual product, I'm not a big lipstick person. Even I had a phase during the lockdowns when we were all going crazy, doing a lot of makeup for fun. But now I've toned it down a lot. I still do makeup, but it's like not, crazy full blown over the top. And I just don't need it anymore. It's a different me now, It's a different phase of my life. Who knows? Maybe in a couple of years it's going to change again. Probably will because I keep evolving. But for now, it is what it is. Kelly says, hi, Dacob. It's great because we are all together here. Kelly Carrick, thank you. That is true. Nay says, oh my God, can we talk about these limited fragrance releases? I cannot. There is no time to sample and then it's limited release. So they want people to buy backups. Looking at you, Valentino. Did Valentino release a limited edition perfume? I didn't know. But then again, who cares? Just, you know what I mean? Who cares? Nectarine Man says, I had my eye on a Sabato de Sarno coat from his first collection at Gucci. It's like 70% off now. Patience is a virtue as well as money saver. That's amazing, Nectarine Man. 70% off is really good. Although, if it's a Gucci coat, we're talking 4 digits at least. So even at 70% off, it might still be in the 4 digits. You know what I mean? Maybe it was like 4,000, then it's like down to 1,000. But better than full price for sure. But it depends how much it cost originally. Madison says, I got powers, as you can see, to influence. Oh, thank you. Akulu says, Dacob, I love the Chandon, I think. The Chandon bangle bracelet. Didn't know that they made that. They do the Chandon loose, like this, and then they do the stiff Chandon as well. So this one I've had longer than this one. This one is going on for 3 years now almost that I've had it. This one I've had like 5 or 6 years, 7 years maybe even. Yeah, Brafia, we don't need more bags. Although, and you realize it too late, although I do have a bag topic for you today. I do have an interesting luxury bag topic for you guys today. We're going to talk about it today, so stay tuned. Letty says, Vaseline is the best. I fill my empty Chanel eye cream containers with it. For on the go, I have a little tiny glass Chanel container for samples. I have Vaseline in it for my lips, just in case. JT Holden says, I caved and bought 3 mini Labubus. I wasn't going to, but it let me add them to the cart without crashing the app, so I went for it. How long? Well, congratulations. I hope you get ones that are in good shape, because I have another topic about Labubus for you as well. Maybe in the after show, depending on how well we are with time in the main show. But oh boy. JT also says, how long do you keep a bottle of perfume? I have a perfume channel called Essentially Dacob, where I made a video just about that topic. How long is the shelf life of a perfume? And I go very in detail about that specific topic. So it's not a simple answer. But yeah, that video explains it very well, I believe. So you can go check that out after the live stream. Nay says, it was so sad to have the throwaway. So sad to have to throw away all my gorgeous designer makeup from 2015 era. I tried to save it for sentimental purposes, but small apartment, and I had to get real with myself. And that's the thing, right? Yeah. It's a lot. It piles up. Girl, I hear ya. I totally hear ya. Expiration dates. I'm not buying till I will not... wait. Blanca says, exactly expiration dates. I am not buying till I will not... Oh, until I finish the ones that I already have, I think is what you meant to say. So first you finish what you have, and then you repurchase. Same with me. Same with me. Ollie says Chanel has a $300 Sublimage lip oil. Yeah, it's insanity. Oh yeah, Letty says, I love makeup, but I notice the older I get, I need only the essentials and very minimal amount. Otherwise, I look older. The older you get, and the more you should illuminate your face, you should. What does that mean? You do whatever you want to do, you know. There's no rules. But if you want to look more youthful, you minimize the makeup, you illuminate the face. Coco Chanel always says wear a white collar or white pearls to reflect light from underneath the face to give more luminosity down here, which lifts you up a little bit and gives you a bit of light from underneath, gives you a youthful glow. Minimal makeup, slight contouring, and a lot of nourishment. You need a lot of hydration. Good creams are better as we age than a ton of makeup on the face. Definitely. And then depending on what lights you're working with, I mean, if you're just on the street with natural light, we all look like shit under natural light. So what are you going to do? But if you are under artificial lights, you can work with makeup in a way that works for that specific lighting that you have. And but for being out and about, a good kind of youthful, dewy glow is always nice, no matter what age you are. And it can be very minimal, but it's really effective. And a smidge of blush. Blush is always good, especially if you're aging a little bit. You know, blush gives that illusion of perky, peachy cheeks, like blood rushing to the cheeks, and it just makes you automatically look more youthful, you know. So blush, especially if you're in a pinch and you got no time to put a full mug on of makeup, just blush alone can do wonders. It just immediately elevates you, just makes you look more vibrant. Like like blood is flowing through the skin properly. It's a good thing. Blush, you know, if you got nothing else, the blush on its own will do it. So, just my opinion. Mimi says everything is gourmand now, every release. Well, a lot of them are in the perfume world, yeah. Oh, they just learned the word gourmand. Who's they? Everything. Yeah, who's they? Um, four four digits is still less than an arm and a leg. For some, 4 digits is a lot. Lefty, I understand that one. Andy, it's pretty new. I tried it at the boutique. They just learned the word gourmand. Who's they? Oh my gosh, what happened? I give up on trying to be perfect. Period. Oh, the bags? What? Oh, the bags. Okay, I'm late with the chat. Oh yes. What are the luxury bags? So Nectarine Man says 3,550 pounds for the Gucci coat, down to 1,030 pounds. Still expensive, but not redonkulous. Well, now my next question is, are we talking about a coat that is fully natural? Or are we talking synthetics here? Like, is it wool, or is it, you know, acrylic? Is it cotton? Is it silk? Is it leather? Tweed? Like, what is it? You know, what's the material of the coat? Because if it's some sort of like kind of poly mix, polyester blended with wool, then I would say it's not worth it for me. But hey, oh yeah, Andy, that is really good to have oily skin. Yeah, you age. Yeah, you age better with oily skin. Definitely, definitely. Um, yes, Madison Ray, perky peach baby, ripe for the plucking. Lenti says 100% Dacob. Skincare becomes the central focus. Makeup looks better on good hydrated skin. Always, always. Ollie, yeah, learned the lippy as blush trick from my mom. It works wonders. Of course, the lippy has to be a reddish hue, obviously. We're not talking green lipsticks and then use that as a blush. No, we're talking skin toned lippies, you know, red tinted lippies, slightly red lippies. Yeah. Valentino, born in Roma, Ivory bottle edition, but couldn't tell if I was just a special bottle versus new version of the fragrance. Oh, they also keep changing bottle designs, and then you never know really what you're getting. Because you don't know. We don't know. Mauves do work very well with certain skin types, I agree. Hi, Tarima Caruso. Late to the party, but the cost of makeup, skincare, and perfume is definitely giving. It's very expensive. But then, no, but there's also really beautiful things that are not that expensive, you guys. I personally, my favorite nail polish is Revlon. Where is it? Right here. I was just using it the other... Oh, here it is. Sorry, guys. I have it on another level here. Okay, $6. You remember? I used it up already. We can mix it a little. I love this color. So it's very 80s. What's the name? Extravagant. Love it to bits. It basically virtually doesn't chip. I mean, this thing stays on until you don't freaking peel it off. $6 or $7. Love it to bits. No other brand does something so robust. I love it. Love also, Revlon has a really, really good little brush for the nail polish. Ooh, smells so good. Ooh, baby, gave me a little high there. Applies wonderfully. There's almost no spillage on the sides, as opposed to my Chanel nail polishes, where like when you put them on, it looks like the whole finger is dipped in nail polish. So this one is a beauty. It is a metallic-y kind of pink, 80s pinky vibe. Hard to see with this light. But yeah, love it to bits. $6, $7. So things don't have to be expensive. They don't. You know, it's about, yeah, I get it. Like if you like the container, but I really love that container. I think it's also such an aesthetic. Yeah, if you like a Chanel container, it's gonna cost more, you know. But I also think, you guys, we've been around the block a couple of times. Like it doesn't excite me anymore. I don't know. It's like, yeah, okay. We have the Chanel lippy, we have the Chanel nail polish. Like, you know, how many times can you repurchase it before it's like been there, done that? I don't know. At least I'm speaking for myself. For me, it lost its luster, you know? Very much so. I still love the things that I have, but I'm less enthusiastic about new stuff coming out, especially because we're seeing more and more, most of these luxury brands connected to some criminal activities and money laundering and abuse of people working for them. And it's gross, you know, like the more you think of it and the more luxury just feels like a joke. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, look, the time has come to grow up, wake up and smell the coffee, and that's okay. You know, I might lose some people in the process by saying this, but nothing better than cleansing the house, you know? When you have over flooded your house with products, you gotta clean it out and move on. Just like Nay said, there was too much makeup in your house and you have to like figure out how to make room. And that's that. Almost 200 people watching, 107 likes. Let's get to 200 likes. So it's a part of growing up, I feel. It's a part of becoming more mature. Learn to let go, you know? And that feeling of understanding, oh, well, they can't really get me anymore with the FOMO with these items, because they're not a mystery anymore. Like we've seen them, we've had them, or we still have them in our possessions. It's like, okay, we know what it's about. We know what it's about. We know the feelings they give us, and it doesn't work anymore. On me, at least, doesn't work anymore. But I don't know. You know, to each their own. Yeah, Percy girl. Thank you. Exactly. Sometimes less is more. Completely agree with you. Oh, Tarima Caruso says, some said Pat McGrath's makeup gave a Revlon feel. Wonder if the new Louis Vuitton line is worth it. I also wonder how LV's pricing will affect beauty with luxury lines. It will affect the luxury lines a lot because they're going to up their prices. Definitely. Just wait and see. So now that Louis priced their stuff so high, Chanel is going to follow. Hermès is going to follow. Oh, there you go. Puppy Head On says, my house is overflooded right now. Thanks for helping give us permission to part with items that don't work for us anymore. Poppy, I'm not giving you permission to do anything. You are free to do whatever you want to do, sweetie. I'm just speaking for myself. For me, I don't know. I stand in front of, these shelves of these items, these luxury items in these, luxury boutiques, and I'm looking at them, and they don't have any more power over me. You know? I used to feel these butterflies in my stomach when I would see a new Chanel bag on a shelf at Chanel. Now I'm looking at it thinking, God, is that ugly? I don't know what it is. Maybe the luxury bug just And also, I've been reporting about all of these mishaps within the luxury world and the end of luxury since many years now. And after repeating the stories over and over and over again, you just kind of realize it's all an illusion. It really is. I'm not saying I'm not enjoying the stuff I have already. I do. I am enjoying it. But I don't know. I have a ton of bags, you guys. I don't sell any of them, unlike some people. No. So true. I've done a clear out recently and realized I had enough clothes for the next 20 years, says Cecilia. Oh, preach, babes. Same here. Same here. Everything has lost its luster, says Brenda. We've been there, done that, and now we're outgrown. Period. And don't you know it? That's where it's at. Mimi says, I hoard perfumes like there's no tomorrow. I guess it's the only thing which excites me. Perfumes excite me too. The perfumes I love are the perfumes I love. Now, I also love to gift a perfume. If, I don't sell a perfume. Like if I have a bottle of perfume that I love, but it just hasn't hit the spot for me in a while, and a friend loves that smell, I'm like, here you go. Take it. Enjoy. Use it in good health, as they say. And this is something I'm noticing the older I become, the more I am finding joy. Look, I know a lot of you are going to say, oh my God, you sound so cringe. But I'm being mighty honest, you guys. I am finding so much joy in gifting stuff. Makes me way more happy than buying stuff. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be a little gift, a little trinket, like, I gave like one of these little Barbie nail polish toys to a friend, or it can be a toy, it can be a Labubu, it can be makeup, whatever. Man, it's such a, I don't know, people think, oh, I have too many things. Well, let me put it on eBay. Let me sell it. I don't think that way. I don't want to, money grosses me out. So doesn't give me joy. Like, oh yeah, I use this item. Now let me photograph it and sell it. Like, look, if you're in a pinch and you need money, more power to you. But otherwise, gifting an item that no longer, does the trick for you, gifting it to a friend that loves it. Oh my God, it's such a great feeling. Because then that item also gets a new life, You made somebody happy, but also that item gets a new life. Giving is the key to unlocking future blessings, says Percy Girl. Oh,
Teresa
Terry, my love, thank you.
$35.
Definitely
Having a
not
hard
corny.
time, but glad for a stream to cheer me up.
Ooh. Oh man, thank you so much, Terry. We're back to our disco ball because we didn't finish it. So let me add Terry to the disco ball. Terry to the disco ball. Terry to the disco ball. There you are. Yay! Is this gorgeous? So it might sound cringe to some, but for me, it's, yeah, so definitely not corny. It's a feeling. We are maturing. Yeah, definitely. Is on Dacob, 'tis the season. Oh, Kenny! Thank you, Kenny.
Teresa McGuire tipped $5.
Thanks,
From
Kenny. We're going to add Kenny here. We got Kenny. So yeah, I don't know. It's a beautiful feeling. Oh, hi, Kev. Glad you made it. It's a beautiful feeling. Like, it's liberating in a way because you also make room, but then you also enhance the horizon because your loved ones around you, by also sharing with them what you have, it expands your field, It's a great feeling. No money involved whatsoever, which is even better because money is dirty. Money just ruins everything, I feel, It's, of course you need money, but I don't know, with certain objects, this is how I see it. Like, if you bought it You spent the money for it. You used it for some time. You loved it. You got your money's worth. And now let it go. You pass it on to someone who's going to find new pleasure in using it. So it's not like you feel like, oh, I lost money. No, the money you paid for it, you got your money's worth. You used it. You enjoyed it. That feeling that it gave you, that's what you paid for. And then you just let it go on. We can't take stuff with us when we kick the bucket, people, anyway. What are we going to do? We keep collecting, buying, collecting, accumulating. For what? I mean, one day, what, they're going to bury you with it? No. Chances are somebody's just going to find it, doesn't care what it is, going to throw it away. Or if they know what it is, they're going to think, oh, let me make some money off of it. Quick buck. Maybe if you got some family members left over, they might inherit some of it and they might respect it because it belonged to you if they loved you. But if they didn't really care for you, they're going to see these items and think, meh, thrift. So, let it go, people. Life is too short anyway. Music Girl, thank you so much. Thank you.
Music Girl tipped $5. Discover Fever Baby, red heart emoji.
Thank you. Music Girl, baby. There you go. So, yeah, that's what it is. Jackie says, I think about this as a person with 500 bags and no children. So I have been gifting and just selling ones that don't work. Jackie, babes, you and I are in the same boat. Like, we don't have kids and we have a ton of bags and we have like stuff we collect. And Jackie, I think we're getting to that age where we're like, it's normal, You start just thinking about your life and you start thinking about the time that has passed and whatever time is ahead. And you just start realizing, like, okay, like all these things, they're just kind of, yeah, it's exciting to buy a new one, gives you 5 minutes of, "Ooh, yay, energy." But then after that, it becomes a burden because it clusters your space. And all of a sudden, you're less free because you think the more you buy, the more free you are. But in reality, the more you buy and the more you tie yourself down to all your earthly possessions, and they tie you down. And then all of a sudden, you have no more living space. And then all of a sudden, you're worried when you travel because somebody's going to break in and steal it. And then all of a sudden, you're worried that a fire is going to burn it all down. You know what I mean? It ties you down. It's a burden. After a certain point, when you have too much, it does become a burden. Unless you're not ready to just let it go. You know what I mean? Oh, thank you, Brenda.
Brenda tipped $15. Much love to you. Enjoying the live stream.
Thank you, Brenda. Let me add you to our disco ball. And by the way, you guys, there's Brenda. By the way, you guys, I'm not saying that you gotta feel the same way I feel. We all hit these emotions in our own time. Everybody acknowledges or realizes certain things about themselves in their life on their own time. So everybody gets to whatever conclusion they want to get to whenever they're ready. And that's okay. You know what I mean? And this is what I mean when I talk about cleansing, because I still have some people commenting under my videos being like, when is the next unboxing? When are you going to go? I'm like, that's not me anymore. So I'm like, I'm okay if those people don't want to watch my channel anymore because I don't want to buy a new bag every week from Chanel, of all places, where you gotta, quality is shitty, in my opinion. And then they charge you $12,000 for it. Like, no, I'm sorry. If that's all you want to watch, there's enough other superficial channels out there where you can, see that stuff. But you can come to my channel for other stuff if you want to. If not, it was a pleasure knowing you. Good luck in your life. Have a wonderful, happy life. Everybody moves on their own way. Not for nothing, there's like 8 billion people on this planet. There's enough content for everybody to watch. Rhiannon, oh, sorry, let me scroll up. Sorry, what was that? Ah, nice. Okay, Rhiannon says, I've been selling multiple mid-priced bags and buying one luxury bag in their place, downsizing while upgrading. Very clever. Very clever, because that still gives you the feeling that, you know, something is happening and moving, but very shrewdly, you are winning space. You're gaining more space at home, which is very, very clever. Very clever too. Yeah, very clever. Terima says, I'm bored. Babes, that's part of life too. We got 130 likes, over 200 people watching. Thumb up the live stream, guys. It helps a lot, the algorithm and the channel. By the way, I have to say the summer hole has passed. So this is really, really good news. You know, like usually YouTube during summer months is a little bit meh for everyone. But for my channel, it's been fabulous now. So it's like cometh end of August, everything just flips. All my channels are like alive again, and I'm like super happy. So that's good news. We're definitely entering into the back to school season, you know, when everybody's back from holiday, people are back home, kids are back in school, teenagers are back in classes. I don't know, whoever does whatever they do. And all of a sudden, people are watching YouTube much more. So that's great. Oh, thank you so
Anonymous
much,
tipped
Anonymous.
$25. Thanks for the great content and all you do.
So do I write anonymous, or do you want me to tell the name? Because I'm saying this because when you send a tip, sometimes somebody forgets to type in their name and then it automatically switches to anonymous. But I can write anonymous if you don't want to be visible. Ollie says, sell everything off and travel through retirement. Also, great idea. Hi, Tat. Glad I caught a live. Happy Sunday, Dacob. Hi, sweetie. How's it going? Oh, Poppy Heron. All right, sweetie. Let me add you to the list then. Poppy, there you are in the center. There's Poppy. Poppy, 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 Poppy. Thank you so much, sweetie. Tarima says, seeing the Halloween cup. When is the merch coming? Working on it. I put my name, and for some reason, it doesn't always show when tipping. Does it glitch? Or does it ask you for confirmation? Sorry, let me just go scroll up for a second. I missed a comment. Does anyone want Halloween merch? Hi, it is, isn't it? I do find it strange when creators buy a dream bag, then sell it 3 months later. You said it, I read it. Hi, Jordan. How's it going? Exactly. You are not going to buy and return bags for content like other influencers. You said it, I read it again. And also, there was more I wanted to read. Yeah, okay, so who wants the Halloween merch? Because we are working on it, but we're working with another merch vendor, because as you guys know, last year I was furious at how Teespring, which is now just called Tea, how they handled, or no, it's just called Spring, how they handled my merch. I was so angry. So if I do launch a new series, it will be with a different vendor. There's still going to be a few pieces on Amazon for those of you who purchase from Amazon, for sure. But I want to start working with another vendor, so to try it out. I'm so upset. I'm still angry with what they did last year to all of you guys. Like, made me so furious, and I kept writing them and threatening them, and they were just like, oh, sorry, we just don't have the stuff yet. I'm like, my viewers have ordered Halloween merch to have it for Halloween. Like, what the hell? What, are you gonna send it after Halloween? Like, no, I'm not gonna work with them again. So we found a different merch manufacturer, distributor for this year. So let's see how that goes. But, you know, I want to know also how many people are into Halloween merch, so we can kind of calculate also. Because like, if it's not a lot of people, we can do just like a minimum amount of stuff just for Amazon. You know what I mean? Without expanding to, like, we could have the t-shirt, the crew neck, the maybe a hoodie, and that's it. Or, you know, if there's a lot of requests for Halloween merch, then we can expand it and do also, I don't know, leggings, you know, pants, pillows, zipper, pulls, jackets, socks. There's a lot of things that can be done. If there's interest, it just takes a lot of work. And if we're going to, you know what I mean? If we're going to end up like the 5 of us wanting to wear the merch, then maybe I limit it just to Amazon and just do the 3 things instead of doing a whole collection, because it does take a lot of time to design and create. So that's something interesting to know. How many people would want to, get the Halloween merch? Kate Moore, your channel never was about unboxing. It's so much more. Thank you so much, Kate. Thank you. Well, I mean, in the past, there was a time when I did have my butterflies in my stomach when Chanel would release a new bag or something. But that was many years ago, you guys. I've been on YouTube for now almost 11 years. In September, it's going to be 11 years. So, some of us evolve after 11 years. Others devolve. Anonymous. Who is it? We don't know. We'll find out. I like watching now more than shopping, Sister Rima. Dacob, you're right about enough content to watch. I feel happy watching other enjoy their stuff. But that's also a good thing, Tarima, because maybe that relaxes you. Maybe that makes you feel peaceful. Like, almost like when I turn on the Golden Girls. Sometimes I just play them in the background when I'm running errands, doing my stuff, whatever, because I know those episodes by heart, so they don't distract me anymore because I know what's going to happen, So I just like to have them playing in the background, but I don't really focus on them. So that's what I do with Golden Girls usually. But somebody can do that with an unboxing. Sure, why not? I can see how that can be relaxing. I can totally see that. Like, like a bag unboxing or something, because there's also certain sounds involved, how the boxes sound, how the tissue paper sounds when you're unboxing it. Like there's stuff there that can relax you. Just put aside the fact that it's a luxury bag that costs a lot of money. Just forget about that for a second. Just when we focus on the sounds alone, it can be very interesting. Alphabet Song says it's Halloween, the time of spooky skeletons and even spookier price increases. Don't we know it? Music Girl says, so ready for Halloween. Misunderstood says, hello, Dacob. Hi, sweetie. How's it going? And dear people, hopefully you're all doing well. We good. I hope you're good too. Madison Ray says, same. So ready for Halloween. Yes, a hoodie, says Ollie. Deborah doesn't do Halloween. Living Ferret says, long sleeve tee. Yep. Cecilia Brown says, yes to Halloween. Kev says, we can always reach out to Dior and Loro Piana's vendor for doing things cheap and fast. Oh, the shade, yes. We can have the same sweatshops do our... Oh my God, no, we're not going to do that. Tad says, would love a sweatshirt or hoodie. Alphabet Song says, just a hoodie that says, Boo Ernard Arno. Oh my God, Alphabet Song. That's a really good one. We can't get away with it, but that's a really good one. Madison says, devolve is so real. Right? Thank you, Madison. I love how you catch my little innuendos. Oh, Mimi, thank
tipped
you.
$15. Dacob, you are the joy of YouTube. Red heart emoji. Red
Thank
heart
you.
emoji.
Thank you so much, Mimi. Thank you. Let's add Mimi to our disco ball. Boom, 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 boom. I was just watching, speaking of disco, there you are, Mimi. I was just watching a thing that relaxed me while I was getting ready for the live stream. Somebody did a really nice, like a self-edited compilation of Madonna when she released Confessions on a Dance Floor, like the return to disco, which is why I took out the disco ball today again, because I really liked her kind of revival of disco. That was like 2005. So, and I don't know what I wanted to say. Rafia, thank you.
Rafia tipped $5. Bought Gucci Ocean Blue duffel travel bag and didn't even travel this year. What's wrong with me? Much love, Dacob. We love you.
Oh man, I love you too, guys. Thank you so much for your love and support, Rafia. But don't you worry. You have your luggage, you have your travel idea, you will use it. The time will come. Good that you got it now, because prices just keep going up. I think a piece like that, like one little bougie luggage item, that makes you feel some type of way when you do travel, oh, that's fine. That's awesome. That really is. Tad, thank you.
Tat tipped $5. Thanks for keeping us all sane.
Thank you, Tad. Somebody has to, because everybody else seems to be going batshit crazy lately. Here you go, Tad. Love your load, sweetie. Thank you. Alphabet Song says it's because Bernard Arnault is the spookiest creature of the luxury market, the gravedigger of luxury. I'm thinking, like, wouldn't Bernard Arnault like a Halloween movie character? Would he be like the Grim Reaper, or are we giving him too much credit? You know what I mean? I think that would be giving him too much credit. Gravedigger, maybe. Yeah, Gravedigger is a little bit like giving him less credit because the Grim Reaper is like the highest position that you could have in a movie like in a Halloween movie. So maybe somebody better to be the Grim Scrooge McDuck. Asia, that's a good one. Scrooge in general, yeah. Vincent Price. Well, Akolu, I love Vincent Price. Do not ruin Vincent Price's name. You know what I mean? Oh, are we going to play it? No? Okay. So what do I do? Do I say secret then? We got a secret tip. I can't say from who. So what do? I write secret then. Am I allowed to say it? I'm not allowed to say it. You know who you are. Thank you so much. I'm just going to, you know what? I'm just going to say, I'm going to write secret. Okay, secret tip. Secret. A. Just like Pretty Little Liars. Got a secret one right there. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, yeah. Oh, congratulations. You ordered your first Coach bag, Tat? Enjoyed in good health, as they say. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, okay. It is, isn't it? We don't know. Yeah, we having this downsizing no buy convo as I use ChatGPT to help me budget. Okay. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm just gonna. You guys talk it out in the chat. I have no clue what's happening. But Tat says, so you guys, I have been to how to say this, because I want to keep it a little bit of a secret, because there is a perfume that I've been testing out and I'm not sure about the verdict yet. But I can tell you this much. I did get it at Ross and it's been discontinued, but the batch number says that it's been made in February of 2025. But technically it's been discontinued for over 2 years. So it's kind of like one of those perfumes that have officially been discontinued but are still in production, not secretly, but as they say, it went into syndication. It's a perfume that is like watered down somewhat, like a zombie. Very Halloween, actually. It's like a zombie perfume. So I don't know. It's an interesting concept, and I'm talking about this because you were talking about Coach. And I know that Coach has a lot of outlets and stuff might be that they're selling now in their regular stores. It might hit outlets 2 years from now. But I don't know if it's going to be the same quality as when the bag is brand new in their boutiques, right? And this is something that I'm noticing with the perfumes. So without giving away which perfume it is, I feel like somehow certain brands manufacture fragrances after they've been discontinued. maybe on a lower quality, but then I ask myself, for what reason? Like, why don't you just stop making it altogether then? So I'm doing my research right now in that direction. So letting you know, you're going to see more content in that direction, analytical when it comes to perfumes on my perfume channel, because I think it's connected to how our society is working right now. Um, there's a lot happening. There's a lot happening, I think, with quality, with production. People are also waking up and realizing, hey, certain items, the quality just isn't there anymore, but the prices keep going up. So it's very fascinating to see how, when it comes to perfumes, certain perfumes become cheapies, right? Some of them get watered down and it's terrible quality, while others, they're really nice. Like when they turn into cheapies, the quality is still really, really nice. Reformulated, but even the reformulation is really, really nice. So I'm trying to figure out if there's a pattern there. But like if there's a pattern with the brands involved, with the distribution involved, with the countries in which they're manufactured. There's a lot of research that goes into digging stuff up like that. So I'm kind of in the middle of a rabbit hole when it comes to that. So I was thinking when you said that you ordered a Coach bag, it kind of also made me think about Coach, because I know that Coach is really big on outlets, and but then also they have certain items that they make just for the outlets, but then certain other items they really do ship as leftover stock from the boutiques, meaning not items just made for the outlet. So you have to always kind of figure out what was made for the outlet, what was not made for the outlet, but sold in the outlet. So very interesting. Same applies to perfumes. Go figure. Anyway, enough of me blabbering about this stuff. It's very like nerd stuff. Nikki Jupiter says, hi, handsome. Have you heard about the new Shalimar Essence? I have, and I really want to try it out, you guys, but I haven't tried it yet. I haven't. Hi, Princess Pink. Money. Period. Perfume that never was. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, F. Del Mar says, Boy Toy by Moschino is a great cheapie. Interesting, because when they first made it, it was not a cheapie. And it was just a couple of years ago. Can you believe? Just a couple of years later, it's already become a cheapie. Interesting. No, Karen, you can't get a hint, because if I tell you the brand, you're going to know immediately what perfume. Akulu says, good point. This is why I buy at Coach on Fifth Avenue, New York City, or at Macy's, the official retailer. Kate says, not on topic, but love your shirt, Dacob. The color is lovely. Goes nicely with your eyes. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it's gray, but has a smidge of green, so kind of matches the eyes. Thank you so much for noticing. Thank you. Thank you, Kate. Yes, Mimi. Of course, you will get a video. You will get a video. It's just going to take me a while, because I'm trying to figure out such a bizarre perfume. I don't know if I don't understand it yet, and it's going to take me time to understand it, or if it's bad. Maybe there's something in it that's just not clicking with me because I still don't fully understand it. Could be. Karen says there's going to be all kinds of good stuff popping up at rack stores over the next few years with the next round of discontinuations and reformulations. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. And we're going to be waiting. Akolu, yes, I have done season color analysis. Um, I don't believe that stuff, though. Terry says they are called reserve items in Coach outlets. Those are the items that are actually leftovers from the store. Reserve items is the name. And then the other ones that are made just for outlets are just called outlet items. Versace does it too, by the way. I forgot. I think navy and green, like bottle green and navy blue. Oh, wait, what am I drinking? Okay, this was tea. Oh, this is coffee. Wait, I need the coffee. Oh, I don't live by them either, princess. But it's fun to do sometimes. It's just, what are you going to do? Sometimes you just feel some type of way. Here's the trick to a life a little bit happier. And this is something that one of my family members said a long time ago. Sometimes it's better to think that you look good wearing something with certain makeup than actually looking good in it. And I think that's such a deep thing because it's all about how you feel. And I have a hard time, especially in 2025, people get so offended so quickly. I have such a hard time explaining this concept to people. I'm like, oh, you don't look good in this, you don't look good in this. I'm like, I don't care if I don't look good in this. I feel good in this. So to you, I might come across as a total clown. You might feel some type of way about what I'm wearing. But it doesn't matter if I don't look good in it. I feel good in it. So I think I look good in it. And sometimes that is worth more than actually looking good in something. So always bear that in mind, people. I think that is such a deep thought. Such a deep thought. And it really is so important for our mental health also. Yeah, hashtag Bible, period. Brenda says, it's all about how you feel. Yeah, Jackie says, I do that all the time. I wear cartoons and, oh, sorry, wait, the chat just went. And it makes me happy. Jackie, that is so important. It's about how you feel. It's not about what other people think how you look. It's irrelevant what they think. Irrelevant. Karen says, I feel better without makeup. Lipstick makes my face look, and the chat is gone again. Like, makes my face look fat. Again, it's how you feel, you know? It's how you feel, especially when you had your own personal style. People always have something to say. Oh, Princess, yeah, they always do. They always do. They always have something to say. You know, feeling is how we emanate our frequency to the universe, says Brenda, period. Yeah. Deborah says, I can't wear orange or bright yellow near my face, but can wear pale yellow and gold or silver either way. Gold and silver are awesome. Mimi says, very true. And feeling good will be felt by the ones around you. Oh, yeah, positive vibes, they always feel it. They're attracted to it, like moths to a flame. Holden says, Nate Berger says the same thing about home decor. As long as it brings you joy, then it belongs in your home design. Yeah. Nay says, when I personally feel hot or cute or beautiful, it's powerful. There you go. Nay says, I get such backhanded comments about how I dress, and I collect them like Pokemon cards. Christine says, a great perfume always makes me feel better. Hi, Lori. How's it going? I love that thought, Dacob. Thanks, Lori. You know, hi, Mr. POTUS. How's it going? Good morning, Dacob. No, I don't think Coach's pricing is going to explode to Chanel's levels. No, it's not. It's not. Tad says it's nobody's business to tell someone they don't look good in something as long as the wearer feels good in it. That's all that matters. Yes. And when they give you the backhanded compliments or when they kind of... So I was watching this video and this is really interesting. This one lady, it was an Insta reel and she said something like she has a great comeback to people who give you backhanded compliments. And her example was she was talking to an acquaintance, another woman, and she was telling her how she went on holiday with her hubby. They went on a cruise or something for 2 weeks, and then this other woman said, oh, that's lucky you. I wish I could do that, but I could never leave my 2 children for 2 weeks. Now, she says that the other woman knew that she also has kids. So she implied that, look, I'm a better mother than you, because I would never leave my kids to go on holiday for 2 weeks. So there was that kind of passive aggressive vibe. So she said when somebody gives you a backhanded, passive-aggressive thing like that, she said to answer with, "Oh, really? What do you mean exactly by what you just said?" Was that brilliant? I was like, "Oh yeah, that's a good one." So somebody gives you a backhanded compliment, and you say, "Oh, can you please explain? What do you mean by that?" And then they go, they go into their Karl Lagerfeld vibe. We got over 200 people watching, 161 likes. Thumb up the live stream. Oh yeah, Mimi. Oh my God, most backhanded compliments are so quick you won't even notice only later on. True, but if you do notice in time, you can always just give it back to them. And then be like, what do you mean exactly about what you just said? You know? Anyway. That's... Oh, Akula says, my mom taught me that too, Dacob. Always ask for clarification. What do you mean? And it stops them dead in their tracks. And most importantly, they're not going to mess with you next time. You know, they're going to stop before they do the same shtick again next time, you know, smacking your self-esteem and what have you. Gloria Retinos, hola empanada, popping in to say, hola Dacob. How's it going, sweetie? How's it going? Oh wait, you're heading to the Prince concert at the Grove? Gloria, what year are you in? Hate to break it to you, Prince kicked the bucket like a decade ago. But okay, if she believes we're in 2003, more power to you, Gloria. At IMAX, okay. I'm like, oh man, who's gonna break it to her? Okay, it's gonna be. We want to be on Gloria's timeline, baby. We'll go, babes. Yeah. Karen says it's really hard to not troll people in person who offer backhanded compliments. I don't even have kids yet. Oh, Karen babes, don't I know it? I'm really, I love it too. The shittier they get, the more I get giddy. And I always win. Well, it's like you don't really want to mess with a gay person because we know shade. We know how to read a person to filth. So, and we think things through. Why? Because we've been bullied all our lives. We know exactly what we're going through. So don't mess with the gays. The shade, auntie. You know, so it's like, girl, yeah, think twice, baby. Exactly. Shade was perfected. Also, dare I say, invented by the LGBTQIA community, so don't play with us, period. Akulu says, I froze my eggs, so still waiting on the right partner for the kiddos. Good for you. Abrazos y besos. I'll have fun, Gloria. Have fun. Have fun with Prince. Send our love to Prince in another galaxy. And Akulu says, I think shade was invented by the French. Oh, so the French, that's more than shade. I mean, they are nasty. Oh, yeah. No, the French are on a whole other level. You gotta love them, though, because, like, yeah, the way that they throw dirt on you, nobody else does it like they do, but you gotta throw dirt back at them, and then it's all fine. Then you respect, like, they respect you. But on a whole other level, they're mean. Like, it's not just, Parisians in particular, they're mean. So you just gotta learn to live with it, you know? And you just comment back. And then it's okay. I remember I was doing, this was many years ago, I had an exhibition in Paris and with a couple of friends, and the curators and their, like, entourage was taking us to dinner. So we were the foreigners, not French, and then they were taking us to dinner. But the comment of one of these Parisians, oh man, I'll never forget this. He also gay, on top of being Parisian, born and gay on top of that. So he turns around, he's like, so with the broken French accentiment because he was talking in English to us. And so he's like, so we're going to have dinner. And we were like walking after the exhibition venue from the gallery to the restaurant. And he just turns around. So I said, oh, where are we going? You know? And he says, we're going to go to some brasserie, something. And he said, there's going to be some special cheese. And then he turns around and says, where you come from, you probably don't even know what real cheese is, right? And he just turns around and keeps walking. And I just yelled back, I'm like, no, bitch, we don't know what cheese is. By the way, would you care to explain to me what a vacuum cleaner is too? Because I'm going to suck the shit. And then he saw, I was like, I went all ghetto on him, okay? And then he like stopped, turned around, and I looked at him. He looked back at me, and he gave me a little smile. And from that moment on, he was totally fine. But I just like slapped him right back, and it was totally fine. And then we had the best evening. Oh, yeah, he was totally nice after that. But you just needed to kind of give them that resistance. And then it's, the French. You got to love them. They are taken aback by the comeback, yeah. So, I would have said, no, we don't know what cheese is, but where you come from, do they know what deodorant is? No, he was well perfumed, though. I could not use that against him because he was clean. Yeah. Well, at least smelled clean. But yes, quite a few people have issues with deodorants. You know what I mean? Oh, I tell the French only 2% of you were in the resistance, and both my mother and grandmother were. So I'm more French than you. Okay, but you can say that. I cannot. But oh, Nay says my phone is glitching and turned that into a full Jerry Springer moment. But yeah, so I mean, what are you gonna do? You have to kind of learn to deal with people. And Carrie says, I'm from France and everyone here is shady, backhanded compliment. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you learn to deal with it, Whenever for Fashion Week, whenever I was working in Paris, it was always very fascinating to be there. Food is a little bit tricky. I've never gotten so much food poisoning like I did in Paris, but um, I loved working with Parisian teams from all the fashion brands that I worked for. So they usually have like local Parisian teams as well working. And everybody's super fabulous and nice. Shady, but in a good way. It keeps the energy flowing. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, Princess Pink says, I'm sorry, French people work my nerves. It's a vibe. You got to go with it. You can't fight it. You have to learn to live with it. That's all I can say, Um, there are over 50 people that are watching right now that have not liked. Thumb up the live stream, y'all. We have over 200 people watching, but we have 168 likes. It costs you nothing to thumb up the live stream. Yes, Terry, they are quite hairy there too. Yeah, there's a lot of hair. That is true. There's a lot of hair. Hi, JLB. Bonsoir tout le monde. Love the anecdote. Not too far from the truth. Oh, honey, that is the truth. It happened to me. So we'll go. So then, yeah. Oh, Carrie's from France and says shady. Oh, sorry, read that one already. Yeah. So now let me do a topic because why not? Because we have prepared a few. And I've been blabbering on for an hour and a half. Can you believe? Okay. Luxury car scam. Hi, Amy Pickett. So glad to catch a live stream. Hello, everyone. Hi, sweetie. How's it going? Luxury car scam. Wait, where do I find it here? Okay. Hmm. Mm. Oh, sorry, guys. I have an issue um with the switching of the background. I'll be right back, you guys. Hold on. Okay, you guys, we're back. Does everybody see me? Can you hear me? I just had a technical issue with switching. Well, anyway, complicated to explain, but I think okay, okay, you hear me, guys? Perfect. Yeah. I think now it's working. So, okay. Okay, good. Okay, good, good. Everybody can hear me? Perfect. All right. So, yeah, sorry about that. I just needed to restart my program here, software. Hold on, I'm just checking that everything is okay. And then we can go with the topic. Hmm. Okay. Yet another scammeria going on in the luxury world. What can I tell you? 2025 it is. Let's talk about this. Somebody has been apprehended. Now, what did they do? How did they scam? Let's find out. Now, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. As reported by the Independent.com, the title is Santa Barbara Independent, by the way. Dozens more victims come forward in luxury car scam. So, this certain gentleman who is 64 years old has been apparently scamming people mostly in Beverly Hills, also in New York, is now in Santa Barbara County Jail without bail. They have found Chanel, Hermès, Louis Vuitton items in his house, all stuff that the police thinks he purchased with the money that he got from people who he promised luxury cars in return. Now, help me out here. I'm not a big luxury car person, so I don't get how somebody can just like start talking to you like a perfect stranger when you're out and about, I don't know, at Whole Foods or at Erewhon. Somebody just a 64-year-old gentleman that looks really, preppy just starts talking to you while you're grocery shopping and you end up transferring $16,000 to him because he's promising you, like, that's the down payment for a luxury car. How does that even work? Because, so according to this article, the Santa Barbara Sheriff's Office announced this week that 33 additional victims have come forward in the alleged luxury car scam perpetuated by West Hollywood resident, and then they say the name, bringing the total number of people he's accused of swindling to 38. He posed as a senior BMW executive. He promised his targets high-end vehicles at discounted prices, authorities said. Victims were persuaded to sign contracts and wire payments, typically around $16,000 for cars that never arrived. He would delay, offer excuses, and ultimately refuse to issue refunds. In November of 2024, he hosted a private event at a Santa Barbara hotel, inviting select individuals and offering them what he claimed were exclusive deals. First of all, how is $16,000 enough for a BMW? In what world? I mean, aren't we clever enough to know that if it sounds too good to be true, it ain't true? Because this is really strange. When he was arrested this summer, 2025, at his West Hollywood home, detectives seized a large collection of luxury goods they believe was purchased with the victim's money. We have a picture. I love the Santa Barbara Sheriff's logo. Look at this, y'all. Let's check this out together. So he was wearing this little stuff. There's a little Louis vanity. Oh, look at that. Hermès. One of those little things to sit on for the horse grooming. And then there's a lot more Hermès items over there. Oh, honey, he was going on a journey. He was building. Oh, look at the Avalon blanket and the pillows. Oh, honey, he was building a customer profile. He wanted that Birkin real bad, huh? Oh, he was buying all the journey stuff, wasn't he? Look at that. This looks like Burberry. What's that? More Louis stuff. There's a Prada bag. I don't even know if all of this is authentic, to be honest with you guys. I mean, obviously from the photo, some of the stuff looks real. I mean, this thing is real. Probably. Allegedly. Louis stuff. Those little boxes over there, the Louis Vuitton boxes, seem real. Yeah, Akolu says customer profile starter pack. Brafia says, not gonna lie, incredible collection. Well, what do you know? So check him out. 64-year-old dude. Oh, he was honey. He was on it. So basically, when they seized the large collection of luxury goods they believe was purchased with the victim's money, the items included clothing, jewelry, and handbags from brands like Hermès, Gucci, and Fendi valued at more than $250,000. Is he a luxury YouTube unboxer on YouTube? There seem to be a lot of those criminals out there that unbox stuff. Here's another one. I wonder if he had a YouTube channel. Interesting. On his public Instagram account, he frequently posted photos and videos of his overseas trips and art collection. On LinkedIn, he listed himself as president of a marketing company, claiming he had over 25 years of marketing and sales experience in the luxury market sector, predominantly in the automotive, hospitality, design, and fashion industries. Well, what do you know? Okay, so now the authorities are saying he was very clever. He was very charming. This is Gloria Schlesinger told reporters with ABC7 Eyewitness News. And we quote, "He knows how to talk, and he doesn't show any red flags." Schlesinger who first met this person while shopping at a Gelson's grocery store, said she later gave him nearly $14,000 for a new BMW that never materialized. I'm just very heartbroken, devastated, and mad, she said. Now, here's the thing, y'all. $14,000 does not give you a brand new BMW. Y'all, but gotta hand it to the gentleman, 64 years old, working his magic with the ladies at Gelson's. Catch my drift? I think this would have been the best episode of the Golden Girls that never was. I could totally see him meeting Blanche Devereaux at Gelson's, and Blanche falls for his charms, and, and she wants to send him all the money. And then for once, Rose steps in. Rose, who's not the sharpest tool in the shed, she sniffs out that there might be something wrong with him. So she warns Blanche. But then, he has a date with Blanche and he really starts falling for her. He takes her to his home and she sees all this stuff, and then she starts asking questions. Oh man, that would be such a great episode of the Golden Girls. Ha! Anyway, so then they say Santa Barbara authorities also uncovered what they described as a separate investment fraud. These victims told detectives that he had promoted investment opportunities that he promised would double in return. While he occasionally paid out smaller investments, likely using funds from new victims, he failed to deliver on larger amounts. No shit, Sherlock. That's how it goes when you scam. Leaving investors with substantial financial losses, said Sheriff's Office spokesperson Raquel Zick. His victims are spread throughout California, New York, and Washington, officials said. He faces nearly 50 felony charges of forgery, theft, and money laundering, and is being held in county jail without bail. Here's the kicker, you guys. When they asked him how he pleads, guess what he pled? Guess what he pled? He pled not guilty. He pled not guilty, and his next court date is scheduled for September 9th, 2025. So this just teaches us yet again, we should not take at face value what just random people tell us, whether that be at Gelson's or on social media. Not everything you hear is the truth. And so, obviously, the authorities are saying if anybody believes that they have also been defrauded by this gentleman, to contact your local police and come forward, because they're building a case at the moment. But he pled not guilty to 50 felonies, y'all. Period. Okay, he's very sure of himself. Does he think he's going to charm his way out of court in September? Cometh his date in court. Is he going to be like, hey, judge, I could make you a really good deal for a BMW for only $16,000 per person. What is it? A jet ski holiday. What's it? No, I never know what it is. It's not jet ski. It's like jet one holiday or something. Down payment. No, he said, no, it wasn't just down payment. It was like, here's, give me $16K, you're going to get a car. Jet 2 holiday. Yeah, there you go. That's his Jet 2 holiday. Only $16,000 per person. That's only $32,000 for a family of 2. Okay, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. Subscribe and never give up on love. Bye. So, can you believe, you guys? That was, yeah. Anyway, I always say jet ski holiday instead of Jet 2 holiday. It just rings better for me. I don't know why. Hi, Tyler. How's it going? There will be lots who are very embarrassed. Yeah. Can you believe? The audacity. Oh, really? It happened in New York City. A person was listing a Hell's Kitchen apartment under market rate for just $3,200 per month and scammed people out of $10,000. Oh, you mean tens of thousands of dollars. Wow. Hi, Naked Eyes. How's it going? Happy Sunday. That guy in New York City is now wanted by New York Police Department. Wanted posters and everything for this scammer. 2025. I wonder how many more of these criminals will come to light in this year. One doth wonder. I have another topic for you. So, this was the luxury scam, which is fabulous. Now, Kari says, I hope a couple. Me too, babes. But why would the potential renters send the down payment through Cash App? Aren't they? Oh my gosh. I think some people even like gave cash. You know how hard it is to get cash back. It's a mess. Oh my God, here's another one. Let's talk about the luxury world expanding, whether you want it or not. That shit is expanding. Let me just find where it begins here. And this would be, okay, yeah. The luxury world is expanding, whether you want it to or not. And now I have a question. Do you believe that all of the high-end luxury houses that are deemed and considered and accepted as such, Hermès, Chanel, Rolex, what have you, are they the only ones that are allowed inside of this exclusive luxury club of luxury brands? Or do we think that there will be in the future new luxury brands popping out and either wiggling their way into this high level of luxury or elbowing their way or bulldozing their way into the luxury stratosphere? Well, believe it or not, there are brands out there that are just saying, yeah, we are that high tier, high end luxury brand. And we're just going to fake it till we make it. Or we're just going to push our way through until all of you believe it. Because at the end of the day, that kind of seems to be the game we're playing today with luxury, right? It's no longer about heritage, about good quality. It's more about perception, brand marketing, and pushing your way through by hook or by crook. Everything I say in this live stream is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. How ready are you to fully embrace and accept a new brand as high-end luxury? Now, the brand that we're going to talk about is not brand new. Per se, it's been around for over a decade, I believe. But they are now upping their game and they are now entering the field of luxury leather bags, luxury leather handbags. And that brand would be Alo, the luxury yoga brand that for many years has the founder is in California. They were built in California. And Alo is now going into exceptional fine leather goods, they say. So let me show you a couple of their bags. Apparently, they've been doing so well. Their customer brand recognition has been growing so much. That kind of luxury athleisure has been working very well for them. Apparently, they even opened a secret yoga gym in Beverly Hills, somewhere inside, hiding behind the studios, Sony, something. You can only access it if you're invited to it. So all the stars, some of the stars go there and then they like take pictures of themselves at the Alo. Yeah, the fitness influencer brand, Lunar, exactly. So actors go there and then everybody else wants to join, but then Alo says, sorry, boo, it's invitation only, okay? But they don't want you in their yoga gym secret places where they only have VIP and actors. They don't want you there. But they do want your money if you want a luxury bag. Yes, that they do want. They're fine with taking your money. And let's check out this brand new entry into what they want us to think is the high-end luxury bag territory by Alo. Well, well, well. If I didn't know any better, I would say this was Pharrell Williams for Louis Vuitton. Carrie says it's giving very LV. Yeah. So of course they're giving us the whole shtick of a lady that is in her, by the hands, I would say, what, 50s or 60s. She is working in this clean coat, lab coat, like she's making one bag, like 2 days. You know how all these brands do the shtick of like, it's made in a special environment. Florence, it's made in a leather bag factory in Florence. It's not giving sweatshop at all. No, no, it's not, because there's this elderly lady who makes all the bags for you. That one lady. Kev says, destined for the stalls of Marshalls. Mimi says, I'm starting to doubt the same lady is working everywhere. By the way, all the pictures we're about to see are credit to Alo website. And everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's a legend, just my opinion. Kev says, Canal Street inspired, perchance. Well, this one does look a little bit like a Speedy 20 or whatever, you know, with the little zipper that goes to the side here. But okay, let's check out the other pictures. I see. It's giving made in China from the photo. Sorry, but okay. So they say that the bag collection includes the Voyage duffel, the Odyssey bowler, the Tranquility tote, and the Balance bucket bag, with prices ranging. And here I want drum rolls, please, for all my viewers from the live stream. And if you're watching this later on, drum rolls, please. What do you guys think the price range is for these little baglets? What's the price range you think? So the lowest price, as according to the statement here, $1,200 is the starting point, and $3,600 is the most expensive one thus far. Now, when I look at these bags, I don't know. It's not really giving. I mean, this one is giving me like bowling bag, but a little bit bolide. This one is giving me speedy. This one is giving me Noe. So they're kind of Hermès and kind of Louis. Kari says not bad. Tarima says, isn't Alo a fitness lifestyle bag? Why not just do gym bags that can go from gym to anywhere? The speedy like bags could. So Alo already did bags in the past, and they're very popular for their gym bags. But now they want to step it up a notch. So they have announced their luxury bags that are rooted in comfort and athleisure, but can be used outside of the gym as well. That's the idea of these. But it doesn't end there. Chris says, no, not the prices. Brafia says, yikes. Yeah, $1,200 to $3,600. Chris says the bag is giving $67.49. Naked Eye says, good luck, not for me. I mean, you know they're going to send this to a couple influencers and they're going to pay some brand ambassador. I think one of the BTS singers is their brand ambassador at the moment. So they're going to wear these and then somebody's going to be like, oh my God, I want it as well. But let's see what lucky YouTuber will have this first. Let's see. Let's see what lucky YouTuber is going to try to sell it to you as the best bag in the world. Anyway, It doesn't end there. You might have noticed from this picture a little something something dangling off of the bags. Yes, the designers of the bags have decided to include crystals on each bag. And these crystals carry, energy, connected to nature, blah, 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 blah. So each one of the bags is going to have a crystal, and they're going to have different types of crystals, like a little charm. So now Aloe is also claiming that they are redefining the whole concept of a bag charm. I'm like, are you for real? Okay, Fupili says, very Michael Kors at TJ Maxx. It's not giving expensive by the look of it, at least from this photo. Now, maybe if you see them in real life, let me show you another picture. They're also going to have these suede totes. So, wellness luxury. Aloe first made its foray into the world of luxury when in 2021 it debuted their Aloe Atelier collection. Okay, and that featured limited edition pieces, which apparently was so successful that signaled to the brand that consumers want more, and so they stepped it up a notch and developed also bags. These are in suede, also leather. Sir says it's kind of giving the row, right? Kev says, I can see the crystals on some Aloe girlies, but not the bag. Yeah, and these bags also have crystals, and these are the three colorways that they're releasing them in first. There's like a black, a brown, and a burgundy. I don't know, you guys. I mean, if they manage to create brand perception of these being super high end, like maybe people will then fall for it. But other than that, these are all shapes of bags we've seen before. This is not innovating the bag game in any way, shape, or form. So it's kind of tricky. I don't know. And I'm never a big fan of straps like these for bags, because usually they have some, if they're not made properly, they have some cheap glazing on the sides. They might potentially, allegedly have it, so that when you wear them a lot and if you stuff them with a lot of stuff, the glazing might crack on the sides. These straps, they can look really bad after a while if they're not made exceptionally well. So I'm never a big fan of straps like these. Kev says, good luck to them. A very ambitious project, right? And Tad is asking, who's next? Lululemon? Shaban says, yeah. I feel afraid to say it, but the brand annoys me. Oh, interesting. Christine says, the suede colors are good, but lacking style and an interesting design. Bravia says, Delulu Alolo. Carrie says, those straps will crumble into oblivion. It's giving me fear of the crack. You know what I'm talking about. All the bag lovers out there. I'm a bit worried. But having said all that, this is a beautiful burgundy color. But then again, it's just a color. You know what I mean? Like, we need more than just a color. When selecting the handbag materials, they say that they have responsibly sourced calfskin leather and that they have responsibly sourced suede leather. They also state that longevity and quality were of utmost importance to them. They say that the bags have detailed designs, such as hand-painted edges, which is what we call the glazing. So they say that this glazing on the side is hand-painted edges. Custom forged hardware and removable pouches. They say that all the designs were made by Aloe with wellness-driven intention to align with its studio-to-street lifestyle philosophy while expanding into the luxury market. Well, let me know. Are you going to be buying one of these for a price tag as of 2025 between $1,200 and $3,600 US plus tax potentially? Or are you, like some of you stated in the chats, going to be waiting until they hit Marshalls? Allegedly. Let me know down below. Subscribe. Let's get to 100K. Never give up on love. Bye. I mean, hey, look, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just reporting. Oh, I forgot to tell you. We don't have to record this, but notably the crystals, which are one of the owner's favorite design elements, were added to the bags to personalize and make them as meaningful as they are functional. Bags for the first iteration will come with smoky quartz, known for grounding and protection, or a citrine, known for abundance and creativity. The crystals are custom set in metal hardware and match each silhouette to give its wellness-focused customers an intentional bag accessory. They're not just another bag charm, in other words. Mimi says the only interesting part is the price. Lysian Muller says the bags are boring. Interesting. Akulu says, I know a lot about crystals. I hope those aren't lab alerted or colored, right? Carrie says, but why are the prices so high? I was able to get a Vivienne Westwood leather weekender bag for $400, and no offense to Aloe, but they are nowhere near the level of Viv. And it's because they want to, they want that price because they think if they put such a high price, they will be respected in a different way. I think, I don't know. Good luck to them. But just like we had Louis Vuitton just deciding out of the blue, they never did makeup. And now out of the blue, they're coming out with makeup and they decide, yeah, it's going to be $160 per lipstick. I'm like, Chanel has been doing makeup for over 100 years. Chanel has been doing perfumes for over 100 years. They know what the shit they're doing. But LV is like so arrogant, like out of the blue, out of nowhere. They're like, okay, now we've decided we're going to do makeup and we're going to make it cost more than anybody else. I'm like, you have no experience. Like, what are you doing? Oh my God, the entitlement. It's just grosses me out. Like, be a little more humble. You know what I mean? You're just entering the makeup game. Fly down, bitch. Fly down. Oh, Carrie, you were given LV Beauty to try. And did you like it? I think the bags are a bit basic and kind of nice in a boring way, but I think $200 makes more sense for a price point. Asia says, I saw Louis Vuitton lipstick in real life. The quality seems nice, but not worth $160 for sure. Princess Pink says, that Louis Vuitton makeup collection will fail. They won't find enough people to buy it. Naked Eye says, it's so expensive for makeup from Louis Vuitton. I will keep buying Chanel makeup. Money grab. Louis Vuitton has name recognition, but I agree. Be more humble. Yeah, name recognition. They don't have name recognition for makeup. I mean, they could have just stuck to making makeup pouches for travel. That's what Louis Vuitton should have done, not actual makeup. And it would be good if Chanel and Hermès didn't increase prices on makeup. They're going to, though, because now they have to fight against Louis Vuitton because they want to be higher than Louis with their prices. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be a slaughter of prices. Just wait and see. And Shaban says, I can't wait to get some Chanel eyeshadow. I need to upgrade my shimmer shades. You can't get away with cheap matte shades easier. It's like a newly graduated asking CEO salary. It's not going to happen. Yeah, right? So, that was a funny little topic, wasn't it? Now, what else do I got here? How fast fashion keeps you poor. That's another lovely topic. We love Chanel Beauty, but it's going to go up in price. Yeah. So, Nectarine Man, don't wish failure on anyone, but this LV has to tank for. Wait, hold on. Let me go up. For the good of the wider industry, we can't have these prices normalized. They are really working hard to normalize these prices. And I think you really nailed it on the head there, Nectarine Man. I think they really want to make, they're gaslighting. And this is why it kind of makes me upset, because they're acting like you're an idiot if you dare say that this costs too much. You know, they're behaving like, honey, if you have to ask how much it costs, it was never for you to begin with, you know? I'm like, no, 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 bitch. Wait a minute here. We're talking about a formula for a lipstick, and you have not reinvented the wheel. You are not delivering something that is a gazillion times better than what other brands offer for way less. So quit the crap. Stop it with the snobby elitism, because I ain't buying it. You know, you can't bully me into thinking that this is okay by making me feel guilty that I don't own a lippy from LV. You see, that's the game here. And I'm not going to play that game, personally. To each their own, though. You know what I mean? Nay says it's giving price upon request. Yeah, right? It is. Luna Marinelli, absolutely, it's insane. The gatekeeping is so gaslighty. Yeah. Carrie says, Dacob, the lipsticks are literally an exact copy of Rouge Allure from Chanel, so no, not worth the money. They even sent it to me, and I don't think it's worth it. Oh, man, Carrie. Well, I'm glad at least you didn't have to spend money for it. Kelly says, yes, because they drop new fashions every day, and the quality is not good. So, fast fashion is not stopping purchasing. The rich stay rich for a reason, and my rich friends ain't buying that $160 lippy. College educated won't do it. Yeah, this... Yeah, it's giving... Look, there might be some really passionate people out there that collect containers for these makeup products. You know, somebody who really wants to have the shape of the glass lippy container, and so they spend 160. Like, I'm not saying that there's not people out there that authentically collect stuff like this, and for them it's special. I get it. But I also see a lot of people buying it just to show off, you know, to be able to say, I belong to the cool clique. Look, I got them as well. Let me make a video real fast. And there's a lot of that going on. And that's when I kind of feel a little bit sorry for the people, but oh well, to each their own. Yeah, Carrie says, if you're a collector, I understand, but other than that, it's nothing new in the beauty space. Period. Luna Marinelli, pay with Klarna, LMAO. Louis is blessed. Brooklyn says, you can buy solid gold lipstick for cheaper, right? All the novelty items, says Akolu, and I put the makeup in that category. It's not LV's strength, and it's overpriced, so innovative cosmetic technology present to justify. Kelly says, I love the packaging, but it's not worth buying. I'm definitely one of those people who love pretty packaging, but I also have sense. Fupili says, isn't that LV mini trunk container for lipstick like 2,500? Oh, probably. Even more. I mean, you know, it depends on how big it is, what you want to get. I mean, they also have that huge setup with the table, trunk, unfoldable table, vanity thing Pat McGrath sits in front of. Like, you can buy that thing for hundreds of thousands of dollars. They'll make that for you as well. So, but that's what they're known for. Travel luxury goods. I'm fine with that, you know. That's what they made their name for. But like makeup? Nah. Sorry, LV. Just and then, you know, it's like not even humble. Like, oh, it's the first time ever that we're doing makeup. So let's make it cost more than anybody else's makeup. Who are you? Hold on a minute. Who are you? You make trunks and baglets, okay? Hold your horses, okay? You want to be respected in the makeup industry? Tone it down a notch, huh? Let's begin a little more humble, bitch, and then we can take it from there. you know? But no, they're like immediately like, me, look at me, wow. And I feel like that's the type of person who's going to end up buying it also. It's really gross. But anyway, c'est la vie. To each their own, I say. Now, what's the next topic? Oh, yes, how fast fashion keeps people poor. Man, this is a sad one. But it's, you know, it makes real sense, you guys. Well, let's film a new topic. How fast fashion keeps us poor. Should I say keeps you poor? Us. It's more relatable. Us. Let's do that again. Yeah, us. Yes, let's be relatability. Relatability! Okay, period. Us. How fast fashion keeps us poor. There's an article that came out from the American Prospect at prospect.org entitled How Fast Fashion Keeps People Poor. Very interesting. So I read it, and let's talk about this together because there's some very, very interesting points that were made. Everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. Thumb up the video, subscribe, let's get to 100K. So, companies like Shein, and here we go straight for the jugular, are using influencers to get Zoomers hooked on truckloads of shoddy clothing. Would I say only Zoomers? Like, okay, anyway, they're getting a lot of people hooked on spending. And yes, interesting. I have seen on YouTube, I have also seen on TikTok, and I have also seen on Instagrams like Instagram Reels or Instagram Live. I've seen a ton of influencers lifting bags, entire bags full of more plastic bags with like vacuum sealed items that they cut through. It opens up, the air comes in, and the stuff piles up. And like one bag full of other plastic bags turns out to be, once all the items are unboxed, it just piles up on the sides of these content creators, influencers, and then they say, look, and I got all of these like 40 shirts and 20 pants and accessories for only $50. And then people are like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm living paycheck to paycheck, but I could afford this too because like a shirt is $2.42 on Shein. And then, you know, you order it and then, but before you know it, it just feels so good, right? Not for nothing. They have that ad on television or on YouTube where they say, what do they call it? How does the jingle go? Shopping like a billionaire? You know? And I'm like, yeah, billionaires don't do that. That's already so sad. It's like they're gaslighting you as a consumer by advertising their product, singing a jingle to you who can barely pay rent, that now you can shop like a billionaire too. I mean, it's heartbreaking actually. Princess Pink says, no, my parents are in their 50s and they love all that cheap shit. Oh, there you go. So every age category is susceptible to this. And so this is particularly interesting because this article also talks about students a lot and saying like, you know, if they don't have a lot of money and then they fall for this, you know, purchasing a lot for a very low amount, you have the impression that it costs very little, but then because it costs very little, you forget that you're buying it every 3 days. And then before you know it, the prices pile up. And then before you know it, you start using all of those buy now, pay later apps and companies from Klarna and so on. There's a bunch of them. And before you know it, you're going into debt. But the quality of these clothes, as reported by this article, is like really bad. Like you can wear it 4 or 5 times, then it falls apart. So now you're creating a lot of waste. The landfills are getting more and more filled up with this crap. And it's a vicious circle. And the influencers get it for free. And it's fabulous to look at them unbox all of this trash because it's such a huge amount. It just feels insane how big this amount is. And look, I'm going to go out on a limb with this. You know, I know when it comes to the United States, people are very upset with the tariffs. I don't want to get political. And I know that the de minimis, the $800 thing is going away. And now people are very upset about that, which means if you would send something from China that is under $800, there would be no import fees. But now there will be. And this is, I know this is hard to hear, but on this particular point, when it comes to fast fashion and getting all of this really crap that is going to just be garbage in a week, I'm glad that it's going to be more difficult to get because people should wake up. Because you're going to end up spending that money anyway. Let's be very clear. And I'd rather you don't spend it on trash, but you focus more on what you're going to spend your money on. That's just my opinion. Now, I believe in Vivienne Westwood's approach to purchasing anything fashion related or anything really. She would always say, buy less, choose well, make it last. And I understand that it can be tempting for a person to say, I can get 20 shirts for $15. Let me do it, you know? I don't know, maybe it requires a certain amount of maturity as well. But I would rather have one shirt than 20 shirts. 20 trash shirts or one decent shirt. I'm not even saying highest end shirt, just a decent shirt that I know that I can wear for at least, 10 years, that I can wash it, that it's not going to tear, that it's not going to rip, that it fits my style, my sense of style, not something that is trendy just now, but something that can actually last me. I value that much more than thinking in terms of buy throwaway, buy wear once throwaway. Because that, you feel like, oh, you can afford finally to buy a lot of things. And maybe it feels good to you in the moment when you do order all of these nice things, cheap things. But then you fall into that vicious circle of reordering. And before you know it, you're in debt. Because buy now, pay later, sooner or later, that bill will hit you. And then what are you going to do? You're going to be like, oh, oopsie daisy. I didn't order just one order from Shein. I ordered actually 10 orders from Shein within 2 weeks. And now the bills are arriving. And I'm like, oh, damn. I miscalculated a little bit the amount because, yeah, if you think about one single shirt costing you $3, $4, great. But I bought 60 of them. You know what I mean? And it adds up. Now with the de minimis gone, they will also add a tariff on top. So be very careful. I don't think that long term this is going to make you happier or wealthier or more prosperous in any way. And this is what the article is basically claiming. They say earlier this month, they went thrifting, a habit many Gen Zers prefer over buying new. But flipping through the racks, this person noticed prices have been creeping up. They pulled out a yellow tank top, likely from the late 2000s, cotton and slightly worn. The price? $13. By comparison, Shein sells a nearly identical shirt for $2.24, about the cost of a bus ticket in Cincinnati. Even thrift shopping, once the bargain option, now feels like a luxury. And then they say, but there's a catch to this wonderland of cheap fashion. According to UCLA's Sustainability Committee, the average fast fashion purchase lasts fewer than 10 wears before it falls apart or is thrown out. That's if it doesn't fall out of style first. Still, the appeal is undeniable. Fast fashion platforms bombard shoppers with daily flash sales, push notifications, and endless pages of inventory. Shein alone lists over 600,000 items. At any given time, to a consumer on a budget, it feels like a sense of freedom. But in reality, it's a trap. The illusion of affordability masks an industry built on overconsumption. As the fast fashion industry grows along with economic uncertainty, so does consumer demand for mountains of cheap clothing. You know, we really are heading towards the end. I mean, this is just so sad. And they get people because people don't have money. So these entire parasitic behaving companies, they are built specifically to target the masses, and the masses don't have money anymore. The discrepancy between the poor and the rich has never been so wide open. So many of these companies are targeting exactly that specific target audience that does not have the money. It's a vicious circle that has to snap at a certain point because more and more people are getting more and more into debt. Credit, is also going to a limit where like nobody can pay it back. Some people can file for bankruptcy, but then it at a certain point, like everybody's living on credit. Everybody's living on debt. Nobody owns anything anymore except for the corporations that bought all the houses, that bought all the infrastructure, that bought everything. And you have nothing. And as they say, you will own nothing and you will be happy. That's what's happening. That's where we are, like literally. We have never been poorer, and yet we have never shopped more than now. It's such a paradox. And yet, can you believe it? These companies have found a way to squeeze the money out of us that we don't even have anymore. It's diabolically brilliant if you think about it. I hope we will wake up. I hope. Do I have the certainty? No. Far from it. But I am that delusional person that never gives up on love, never gives up on hope. One can hope. And one can talk about it, like I do, trying to raise awareness in however way possible. I hope things get better. Love you loads. Subscribe. Let's get to 100K and never give up on love. Bye. Doom spending is a good point, Lunar. Yeah, it's a really good point you're making. People also feel that gloom and doom vibe, yeah. And speaking of doom and gloom, Ssense declares risk of bankruptcy. The luxury, not resale, the luxury retail brand from Canada. The tariffs are affecting it apparently really a lot. And so now they are going to, they have filed for protection against bankruptcy. So Ssense is in trouble. And I know a lot of people that also watch my channel are clients of that company. Ssense with 2S. Um, yeah, this is why the luxury market is crumbling. Also in the title of the live stream. So why the luxury market is crumbling? Tariffs, uncertainties, economic uncertainties. People are losing their jobs. Essence, maybe they pronounce it essence because it's essence. I don't know. Whatever. Tomato, tomato. But yeah, so they have basically declared they haven't declared bankruptcy just yet, but Canadian luxury retailer Ssense or Essence to file for bankruptcy protection is what the BBC is reporting. There you go. So in an email to staff from CEO Rami Attallah, the Montreal-based firm said it was Canadian luxury. Wait, said, what did it say? Canadian luxury fashion Retailer Essence has said it plans to file for bankruptcy protection, partly citing pressure from U.S. tariffs, including on U.S.-bound low-value parcels, which just came into effect. The de minimis exemption allowed for duty-free shipping to the U.S. on packages worth $800 or less and was widely used by e-commerce firms and global retailers. But that ain't happening no mo. So, oh, JT Holden says, I got the most amazing Missoni sunglasses from, so is it Essence or Sense? Essence? Last year for $70 on clearance. Oh yeah, Carrie says, Dacob, even beauty is being overconsumed. Have you seen these people online who have drawers filled to the brim with 80 foundations, etc.? Makeup expires. Why are we buying so much that we're not using? FOMO. And wanting to be able to also show it off on social media, I feel. Like, look, I'm a part of it too. Louis says they sent an email that the tariffs would be included on the total amount, so people are more comfortable buying from the website, says Louis. They got great sales, but no need to buy when at full price, says the Nectarine Man. Have fun at work, Louis. Have a good day at work. Another. So speaking of working, it is Labor Day weekend. Happy Labor Day weekend. I'm laboring to entertain you guys who hopefully have a day off, except for Louis, who also has to work. So Louis and I are working for you today. Kate Moore says, I love Essence. Very nice choice of brands. So to enjoy Labor Day, let me gift 5 memberships to y'all. So let me activate Bubbles. And let me gift randomly 5 Super Dacob memberships to some lucky viewers. Apricus received a gift membership by Super D. Nice Long Legs received a membership by Super D. Lee Harrison received a gift membership by Super D. Angel Balbas received a membership by Super D. Danuta Detaina received a gift membership by Super D. There you go, guys. I hope you have fun with your new memberships. You get a Tier 1 membership for 1 month gifted to you, courtesy of yours truly, on Labor Day weekend. We'll go. Those little confetti blasts shook me, says Akulu. Oh no, Chris, you're also working all weekend, including Monday. God bless everyone who has off. Stay safe and healthy. Well said, Chris. You and I together, we're going to keep working. I was working yesterday, working today. I'll be working tomorrow too. We're in the same boat, babes. Apricot says, thanks, Dacob. Aw, thank you. Thank you so much for, sticking with me through thick and thin, you guys. The 80s working woman anthem. No, but Akolu, from Working Girl with Melanie Griffith. I love that movie so much. Harrison Ford, Sigourney Weaver. Yeah. Love that movie. Working Girl. Oh, love that movie so much. Oh, Danuta says, thank you, dear. Thank you, sweetie. You're welcome. Yeah. So she's the Korea woman. Yes. Madison. We got this, Dacob. I know, Chris. We're going to get through it, babes. We're going to get through it. One day at a time, I say. Taking care of business and working overtime, Deborah, period. It's a gorgeous Labor Day weekend in New York City, says Pretty. Oh, man, that's wonderful. Is it sunny? That's nice. Liduvina, thank you for becoming a Tier 1 member. Akolu says we never had a day off since 1982. Asia A, barbecue would be amazing. I would love a barbecue. Oh, well. Speaking of the stupidity of the world, we have less books now in universities. People are reading less, but apparently also, if they are reading, most of them are reading digital. Well, guess what? Because the bookshops across the United States of America, on campuses, at universities, because they are no longer carrying so many books as they used to in the past, campus bookshops now have more space inside of them. Well, guess who had the brilliant idea this summer in August to enter these bookshops? Bed and Body Works. So now you're going to, when you're on campus, you can enter the bookshop and purchase Bed and Body Works. Yeah. So now they're going to have little hubs, little like portals inside the bookshop. You can buy makeup, you can buy, I know, Nectarine Man, it's just, Labubu is this broth yet? No, no Labubu. Yet. So I got this intel from Glossico on Instagram. As textbooks go digital, college bookstores are becoming beauty hubs. And they say Bath and Body Works is bringing in-store displays to college campuses from HBCUs to Ivy League schools and community colleges outside of duty-free retail. The college bookstore expansion marks the first time Bath and Body Works products will be sold outside of its own stores. Princess Pink says, I hate them. All their scents give me headaches. Deborah says it's insidious. It's a little bit weird, isn't it? Oh, well. And now, let's take it away with, oh, I like potatoes. Thank you so much. Wait, let me write it down. It's going to pop up on the side any minute, any second. Thank you, I like potatoes.
I like potatoes tipped $25. I'm so happy to finally catch a live stream again.
Oh,
Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much. I like potatoes. You're right here on the disco ball. Yay! Thank you. Thank you. Woo. Thank you so much. I got the disco ball. Yeah, I don't have anything from Bath and Body Works either, so just not my cup of tea. But yeah, Madison says, especially the boys, if it helps them smell better in class. Oh my God. Yeah, they might be stinky. Oh, Madison says, I don't mind it. Some of these students need it. Well, who knows if they're going to end up buying deodorant. But yeah, Asia A, I would have preferred a McDonald's. Instead, Kate Moore says, that's so sad. My favorite bookshop near me was closed, and now there's another food store instead. Yeah. Yeah, books are dying out. But instead of books, we have Labubus. Huh? How about that, y'all? I have a Labubu topic for you next. Boy, oh boy. What's something for love? Pin for love? I think, no? They're called Pin for Love? The latest Labubus? I think it's Pin for Love. Wait. I don't know anymore, you guys. They keep changing their names and everything. Hold on, let me check. Pin for Love, yeah. Okay. Okay. I got it. I got it. The brand new Pin for Love Labubu series, yeah, the 2 sets of 26 each plus potentially a secret, have launched just a couple of days ago. And yes, people have already purchased them. Some online, some in store, some apparently from gouging resellers that somehow miraculously happened to get their hands on them before they were even released by PopMart. Now, even though the logic defies me, and even though I might have some issues with this, still this video is about something else. This video is about, for the first time ever, en masse, it would appear as though the people that did receive these new Pin for Love, little tiny version of the Labubus, are complaining about the quality. It would also appear that for the first time ever, people are contacting PopMart to try to cancel their orders before the orders ship. Now, you know that a set of 26 of these tiny Labubus is going to set you back $330, $40 after tax. If you want both sets, it will end up costing you around about $700 US. Let that sink in. People probably got the FOMO, clicked on buy, and now they're having regrets. But let's see some of the examples of these little munchkin Pin for Love Labubus that have arrived to their final destination. There are several Reddit threads and also TikTok accounts that have been reporting about the issues with the Pin for Love Labubus. Everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. Also, let me just show you the example of the last Labubus that I got, courtesy of a dear friend of mine who gifted me a package. So, but this is the Big Into Energy Labubu set, right? These are the last ones that I got. And the last one that I purchased myself would be the Checkmate Labubu in big, right? Don't look at me, girl. Look at them, period. So now let me show you the pictures that Reddit has shared with the world, and then I'll also show you maybe a still or two from the TikTok videos. But Brafia says $700 in the live chat. Yeah. Yes, because they want, so this is the regular size Labubu, even though this is also a little bit smaller than the macarons, but sorry, let me just put this one down. So the new ones, the a Pin for Love with the alphabet, they're like this small. Like from here to here, that would be the height. So they are smaller. Now these used to cost what, $25 to $30 each. Now the new ones are $22 each. And they don't even have inserted eyes like these do. They have printed eyes. It's a mess. But you know what? Maybe you like the printed eyes, and that's okay. If you like the printed eyes, you know, more power to you. But let me show you how people are upset about the Pin for Love Labubus that they're receiving. Pictures are being shared on Reddit. Let me show you. Credit to Miaoji128. So this is from the blue set, because there's two sets. I think there's like a yellow and a blue set. So you guys, I'm sorry, but like here, this is how Labubu looks like, okay? How it should look like, even if it's smaller. But this one is not stuffed enough. The neck is like popping off. This one is like, it's stuffed in the legs, not at the top. This one has the ears completely off center. They're not sewed on properly. What the hell is going on? Look at this. They look more like Lafufus than Labubus. This is such a mess, you guys. Now, they're all in blind boxes. So each one of them has a letter. And so I'm just shocked. I don't know what to say, you guys. I mean, so they have a letter stitched on their butt, but you don't know what letter you get. So if you want your name, your initials, you just got to get lucky. Otherwise, you know, because there's a letter on this little metal thing here. And could you imagine? You finally managed to get a Labubu, and then it looks like this. This one's neck is a mess. This one, like that ear, and then it's like all chubby here at the bottom. Some of them have like two left hands instead of a left and a right hand, like the paw or the palm. Such a mess. I have no words. Let me show you. I mean, this is when overconsumption hits, when they're charging you a lot for something that also, by the way, it sold out within 5 to 10 minutes when it first launched. The alphabet, I call it the alphabet set, even though it's Pin for Love, they call it, but like, okay. So they sold out really quickly. And then the next day they restocked them. They also sold out super quickly. And then the next day they restocked them and they sold out super quickly. But like, look, that one has a head like protruding at the top. Oh my God. Let me show you the next picture. um, you guys, this isn't even like the neck. This is not the shape of a Labubu. I'm sorry. I mean, you could say it's cute. It's all deformed and it's cute because it's deformed. Yeah, I get it. You might say if it was a Lafufu cute. And people are complaining. This is in Pop Mart. This is the one in Pop. This is a person inside a Pop Mart. And there's one exhibited there, also terrible condition. So this is how they are also in Pop Mart, like directly in the store. Their samples that are in the store are also this awful. Now, if this thing was $5, you know what I mean? It's $22 plus tax or $23 plus tax for. I'm sorry, but like at this point, it reeks of scam to me. This is not acceptable in my humble opinion. I mean, I have here another picture for you from Andro on TikTok, Androo. And he was also reporting about this. And here's another example. Check this out. So I can even see it. Wait, let me illuminate it more. TT from TT. Look at that. And then there's another one. Chow, this one is. My God. Look what they did. One leg is shorter than the other. Look at that. One leg is shorter than the other. And then the other one is like super chubby. And then like one leg is super stuffed, but the other leg is like not stuffed enough. I mean, and then they charge you like $22, $23 plus tax plus shipping if you buy it from the Pop Now, because you have to also pay shipping. I think we have come to the limit of Labubuism. They have become super popular, and I'm super happy for Pop Mart that this franchise is successful for them. And I'm super happy for Kasing Lung, the artist who created them. I'm glad that they're so popular worldwide. But I feel like greed took over here, you know, like wanting to make as much as possible, make as much money as possible, speed up production, make it as quick as possible, and then doesn't seem like there's much quality control going on. And then this is what you get. I understand people who are, you know, now trying to get their money back. Because for the money you're paying for one of these, I don't think it's acceptable. I'm sure somebody's going to try to tell you how they're made in an artisanal way, blah blah blah. Of course they're going to have some. My girl, who are you kidding? $5 is also too much for this. You know what I mean? But $5, we can think about it. $22 or $23 plus tax, plus shipping costs? Girl, no. Absolutely not. And don't forget, they're smaller than this. Like this is the regular size Labubu. These, even though on the screen it appears to be big, but this one is like this big. Okay? It goes from down here to like up here. Yeah, the pygmy Labubus. Shrinkflation. Yeah, they're around about $22 or $23 plus tax. Fupili. Yeah. Hell to the no, right? And the eyes are printed. Okay? Like classic Labubus have inserted eyes. These are extra pieces that are inserted into the eye sockets. These are just printed, quickly done. I'm sorry, Pop Mart, but this ain't it. This ain't it. I'm out. You know, not to say that if I don't see some special version coming out in the future, I might get it, but I have a lot of Labubus already, and I'm like, what am I doing? You know? But did you get these? Are you happy with the quality? Which letters did you get? Did you buy both sets? Are you one of the people that spent $700 to get all of them? And if you did spend the $700 to get both sets, was a secret one in one of the sets, or did you get the regulars? Let me know down below. Subscribe, thumb up this video, and never give up on Labubu love. Oh, man. The audacity. Don't forget that today we have an after show for Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons. Yes, believe it or not, Tier 2 members and Tier 2 patrons today get access to the after show live stream. You're just in time. You're just in time. As Wendy Williams would say, grab a snack and come on back to the after show. I'm just going to freshen up and I'll meet you there. But for now, thank you so much for tuning in today for the show. I hope you had fun today with us in the main show. And apologies for the 5-minute or 6-minute interruption in between when we had a technical glitch. But that has been resolved, and then we were back on track. I hope you had fun today, you guys. Thank you so much for the love and support. Thumb up the live stream. Let's give 5 more members away. 5 more memberships. Let's give 5 more memberships to our wonderful viewers today. Thank you so much for sticking with me through thick and thin. Nicole Huff just received a membership by Super Dacob. M. Teresa received a gift membership by Super Dacob. And then that name received a membership by Super D. And then Seed received a membership by Super D. Jorge Fimbres received a gift membership by Super D. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for the love and support. Thank you, mods, also for keeping us safe today in the fashion bunker. Hit it, Bubbles.
A special thanks to the mods in the fashion bunker. That's Mahora, Audrey, H, Gloria, Kev, Nicole, and Terry. Bubbles loves you.
A D well received, says Kev. A big D, I hope. Leslie says, thank you for working Labor Day weekend. And I just missed catch it on the rewatch. Leslie, yes, thank you so much for being with me and with us. And oh man, JT Holden says, thank you for restoring our faith in humanity as always. We gotta do it, babes, one step at a time, one day at a time. Despite all the odds and perils, we keep going. And that is the best way to do it. Is just keep going. As Dory would say in Finding Nemo, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. I don't know why that song got into my head now. Good old Ellen DeGeneres. All right, we'll go next. Hit it, Bubbles. Period. Cecilia Brown says, great live as always. Have a good week, Dacob. Thank you, Cecilia. Thank you very much. Thank you, my kind milady. And Live in Ferret. Should we do? Oh, here's a macaron. Hey, Labubu. Live in Ferret.
I'm living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret, living ferret.
Period. 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 Oh Oh no, Anya says my cat just jumped on the TV, confused you for a cat TV. Oh, yes, I am cat TV. Oh my God, that's a good one, Caroline. Brigitte Macaron. Good one, babes. Good one, good one. Dying Ferret is next. Should we do our bubbles, Donateller? Yes. There she is, Dying Ferret.
Dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret, dying ferret. Hello.
Good girl, Bubbles. Good girl. Good Bubbles. She's a good girl. Skinny legend. Well, then we got the T-Rex. Listen, Linda, we got you in the house as well. Hit it, Bubbles.
Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda.
And I don't have Charlie water today. Oh my God, you guys, for once, I don't have the Charlie water, so we're going to have to do Queen Camilla. But I would say we're going to do Queen Camilla with iced tea. I mean, it's kind of British. I mean, not really. It's not a warm tea, but it's tea. So here's to Charlie and Camilla. Period. And then we got a best. Okay, so what are we best with today? It's harder and harder to find obsessions. You know what I mean? Because everything is kind of mad these days. Like, what are we best with? I want to say... I'm looking around. I don't know. Crack Labubus? All right, we're obsessed with Crack Labubus.
I am obsessed. I am obsessed. I am obsessed. Oh.
Oh, Carrie, thank you. I am obsessed with your hair, Dacob. Thanks, guys. It's really long. Look, it's like where does it end? It's a lot of hair. It's super long. It doesn't even fit on the screen anymore, you know? It's like, it's like my own scarf. I can use my hair as my own scarf. Thank you very much. You know, and I can also tie it up for you. There you go. That's how we do it, okay? Now you use your own hair as a tie. Fashion, baby. Fashion, baby. That's how we do it. Thank you. You don't even have to buy accessories anymore. You use your own hair as a tie. Okay? Oh, Caroline says, I thought it was singing I Am Obese. No. No, it's a best from Obsessed. Anyway, what do we have left now? Kate Moore is laughing. Babes, don't you know it? Wait, who cares? Like Halloween season. Oh yeah, we're best with Halloween season. But I am all year round, to be honest with you. So I guess we're left with Baby Yoda next, right? We have to do cha-cha-cha-cha. Nay says, I wanted to sleep in this morning and used my own hair as an eye covering. Oh, I do that sometimes too. But anyway, here we go. Baby Yoda, you're invisible and visible. Okay, Baby Yoda, are you going to deliver the cha-cha-cha-cha? Cha-cha-cha-cha? Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Okay, hit it, baby.
Ciao, 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 ciao. Ciao, 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 ciao. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Ciao.
Okay, very emotional. And he gets more hysterical every time. Anyway, you guys, that's our show for today. I hope you had a lot of fun and hope to see you in the after show. If not, I shall see you all in the next main live stream somewhere midweek. Love you loads. Never give up on love. Bye.